What it do, everybody? I'm your host, Time with Timmy, and welcome to the What's Poppin' show, the show where we ask the important questions on the hottest news, give our honest opinions and recommendations on different topics every episode, as well as invite new guests on the show so we can help promote some very, very interesting characters. So buckle up and prepare for What's Poppin'. Let's say hello to our co-hosts and guests. Join with us today. We have Will of WMX 2000, a guitar cover music channel. Say hello, Will.
What's up, everybody?
Next, we have Mr. Reaper, but he hasn't joined the call yet. We'll get him on very, very soon. But Reaper specializes in Destiny 2. So for more tips and tricks, go check him out. And we got Drew from En Route Drew here. Drew, Mr. Drew, say hello.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Drew is a gameplay wizard at Apex Legends. For awesome content, please check him out. Now, 15 books or something like that, 14, 13 books. Sorry if I get that wrong. All fantasy, some horror. I actually own one of the books. She didn't even know I bought it. And just my wonderful sister. So we are honored to have her here today with us. Everybody, Melinda Dawson, the author. So Melinda writes fantasy horror novels. Melinda writes fantasy horror novels. And if you like that, please go check her out. So Melinda, how can people find you real quick?
So I'm on TikTok and Instagram. All my links are in a Linktree bio in my bio. I sell through Amazon. All my books are either through Kindle. You can get them paperback or hardcover. I do have special edition hardcovers that are available. So each special edition with the hardcovers got special backs.
Ooh, fancy.
Nice. Wow.
Yes.
I might have to buy one of those books.
Not only do I do novels, horror novels and fantasy, like he said, I also create journals. So for anyone who is writing, I create world building journals that help writers to be able to log characters, to build their own worlds, to just help them be able to bunch together what they need to start their journey in writing.
That is super cool. If you guys haven't visited her pages on TikTok, on the rest of them, go follow her now. And don't forget, guys, make sure you guys are following us on our Facebook page, as well as YouTube and Spotify, where you can find more of the stuff you want to hear. Also, come say hi with us and stay updated on our official Discord. Just follow the link in the description below. You'll see it. You can't miss it. That goes for you as well, Melinda. You can post in our promote yourself section on the Discord. So today we're going to be talking about cosplay. It's a big topic. You know, everybody wants to cosplay their own thing. But we'll be asking some questions and getting you all up to date on all of our unique perspectives on the matter of cosplay. And then we'll go ahead and do a guest highlight so we can really start to understand Melinda and the way she writes and just her direction and everything like that. And along with her journals that look so awesome. So let me start by asking the very first question here today, guys. How do you guys choose a cosplay? How do you guys end up like actually picking one? What's your process, Will?
I mean, obviously, I've never dabbled in cosplay myself, but I think the main thing for me would be just how intricate and how complex the design would be. Just because since I am at that beginner level, designing an Iron Man suit is probably above my pay grade.
Right.
So for me, it'd be just like, at this point, it'd be for me just trying to go above like a Party City costume or something you could buy online and customizing it to whatever version of a character that I think of.
Yeah, but I feel like, do you feel like, is there a bit of clout when you get like expensive things or you make it yourself? Or do you feel like there's a bit of shame if you go to Party City and like you can't afford like a real cosplay, you know?
I mean, it depends. I'm sure there are some people who feel that, oh, you bought that, you're not really a cosplayer. But I don't know. To me, it's dressing up in a character that I'm passionate about. So that's really what's important, whether it's store-bought, handmade, whether I paid someone else to make it by hand.
Right.
However the costume came about, it is me expressing my passion for this character or this story or whatever.
So what about you, Drew? How do you go about choosing a new cosplay?
Truth be told, I have to really be inspired by it, and I really have to see myself in that actual character. And
What do you
the
mean by
fact
that?
of the matter, like, what I mean by that is just like, you know what I'm saying? I have to see a version of myself in that character that makes me want to, try to actually channel that. See, me, I'm one of those people. I will probably dress like the character best I can. I might dye my dreads, just for the
Right.
whole thing. But like one thing I'm not gonna do is I am not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna be the whole entire character. No, I'm gonna make it my own. I'm going to add my own little style and my own little like pizzazz to it. And people are like, oh well, you're not that character. You're just some guy dressed like, bro. Look, nobody cares.
Right.
Calm down,
Right.
bro.
Calm
Let's
down.
not even all
Yeah.
that serious.
Like
Like
I'm just trying to have fun.
my
Don't be
cosplay
the
community,
cosplay police.
Right.
yeah. To my cosplay community, I love all of you guys. Seriously, do not me to me. Uh, but yeah, nah. What do you call it? Like, okay, if I were to cosplay anybody, if my hair was a little bit actually shorter, uh, even actually, you don't know who I probably would actually cosplay. That make a lot of sense. I'd probably do Killer Bee from Naruto.
Yeah,
Like,
that makes sense. Yeah,
you know, have
you'd
like a
probably do
bunch
a
of
good Killer
swords.
Bee too.
Yeah, just have to rap and well, I can't. I do not. I do not speak Japanese, so that's the one
Well,
downside to that.
we don't. They have American dubs. We don't need to
Yeah.
speak Japanese. But
Right.
Melinda, how do you go about choosing your cosplays or who you want to be?
So I enjoy cosplaying on all kinds of levels. I take it to other levels. Just recently, I actually cosplayed as a character from a book that my friend wrote. So I will actually go through and I will read the this description of the character, and I will do my best to bring that character to life. I have gone through and I have bought actual pieces of jewelry and made like the rings. This is the ring that she
wow.
wore in the thing, and I made it for that cosplay. I choose the characters that I adore, the ones that I think would be best suited for me, but
Right.
also that I think are just fantastic characters in general, and that I think would be amazing to cosplay. So,
Right.
and I also don't believe that there should be like a, gender kind of line down the middle. Like I will cosplay any gender. I've done, for 2 weeks ago for Asian Heritage Month, I actually cosplayed as Wei Wuxian from an
nice.
anime, and it was amazing. And he's one of my favorite characters from a Chinese danmei that I read. So
Right.
I like, and if I can create it, like I will try my best to do it. Like I created for my birthday, I created ram horns just to do a whole Aries cosplay.
Right.
Out of cardboard boxes. So I will do my best just to make it
Can we
fun
see?
and
Are we able to see any of those on Instagram
Like,
or?
I'm interested.
yes, I have pictures and stuff where I post them. I think I did a video showing on YouTube, my YouTube channel, of the ring that I created. I'm not 100 if
Oh,
I
that's
did
sick.
the actual ram horns, because that took me forever and I ended up getting really frustrated at one point.
Right.
Because I was like, how am I going to do this? It's not, the paint's not staying on. And it was my first time doing it. So, but
how do
yeah.
I put these horns on my head?
Yeah, I was like, they're like, yeah, I ended up buying from the dollar store like a little band, and I figured it out eventually. But they came out looking really cool.
Imagine you just take a picture like this, and you call yourselves Aries. So a little backstory before I tell you how I choose characters to cosplay as is I watched this this influencer on Facebook. Her name's Galligan. I forget her last name, some Russian name, Vladistar or some shit like that. But Galligan is a young woman of like 23, 24, and she is like, you know what I mean? She is nasty built. She's her bicep is larger than my head. Let's put it that way. I love her. She's amazing, and just it really shows the true testament of how powerful women can be, physically, mentally, and just financially and everything like that. But moving forward, she recently posted like her next cosplay idea, which was Inosuke from Demon Slayer. If you're not familiar with Demon Slayer, he's the guy that uses 2 jagged swords with the pig head. When he takes off the pig head, I mean, this guy's jacked, like ripped. When he takes off the pig head, the boar, he looks like a girl in the face. So it's perfect that she would want to cosplay as him because she is a girl, she's beautiful, and she's fucking jacked. So thinking about that, you know, it brings me to think like, do we choose cosplays based on like what we're comfortable with, how we look, and basing it around that? I would say, yeah, for me, especially because when I think about my cosplays, I think about, okay, well, am I going to do Ash Williams from Evil Dead again and again and again and again until I die? You know, it's the easiest cosplay I can think of. Brown pants, blue shirt, black boots. Come on, it's so easy. You know, grab a chainsaw, grab an axe, maybe a boomstick. And that's really who I love to cosplay as, is Ash Williams. You know, ever since seeing Evil Dead, seeing like, even if I could take the initiative and go purchase like some makeup or something like that to be a Deadite and something like super seriously cool, I would do that definitely for Evil Dead. But that's how I go about it, is I think about like who I look like. You know, I've got dark hair. I can grow a little bit of a rough beard, you know, like the mustache is coming in pretty nice. I think so. But it makes me feel like, okay, well, who would I be? You know, who can I center that around? And I think about characters like Samurai Champloo, you know, not Jean, because I don't wear glasses and I don't have long hair, but Mugen, you know, I think about characters like that.
Animes.
Yeah. So, I mean, just absolute classic, but that's how I come up with some of my ideas. Will, do you hit us with the next question?
Okay, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is if you could cosplay a character, let's say funds are not a question, skill of making the outfit isn't a question, what would you cosplay? Like, and how detailed would you go? Again, like kind of like I said, would you just kind of buy a costume just to get it done, or would you get in there and no, the scratch on their armor has to be exactly 2 inches long and it has to be rusted just so? Drew, what would you do if you had everything at your disposal?
No limits.
Everything at my disposal, no limits. Wow, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is one that might make some people mad in the anime community. I would definitely do Shoto Todoroki just because, like, that's my favorite character on My Hero Academia. I see so much of myself in that character, but like his story is just so compelling. Like, and like man, like, to be honest, bro, uh like like the amount of just the amount of the amount of potential that he has, to me, is incredible. Like, everybody's going, you know, crazy over Deku, all this new power, and and what and here is what my biggest actual thing is, bro. Deku is just gonna be like the most
Hey, what's going on?
absolutely
Go ahead
overpowered
and mute
thing
yourself.
ever. But like Todoroki, the fact that his actual story is like his dad is the number 2 hero, and then come to find out later down the line, Dabi, you know, like the partially Nomu guy, is actually happens to be Shoto Todoroki's oldest actual brother. Like that adds so many different layers to that actual character. Like, he can have so much more character or development.
Yeah.
Like, so Like that is exactly why I would do Shoto Todoroki. So I probably dye like one's like one side of my actual dreads like all the way like red, and I'll dye the
Red,
other side like
and then
all the way
white.
like white. Yeah,
And
because
it's fun. It's
come on.
funny that you choose that character because I've actually got a figurine. I've got to show you. I've got a figurine of him out in my game room. So when we
Nice.
get into collectibles, if you guys are watching this and you enjoy, please subscribe now and look forward to next week when we talk about collectibles. Melinda, what like if you had no limits, what would your perfect cosplay like? I'm talking like piggybacking off Will said, you had you
So
had to get down into the scratches,
there are two characters that I adore cosplaying. And the two characters that I would, and to be honest, it wouldn't be just one outfit. I wouldn't be able to do one outfit from these characters, because their outfits are so beautiful as far as just in wardrobe alone. So the first would be any of the Targaryen outfits from House of Dragon by Rhaenyra. All of the red and the black that she wore was just gorgeous. Beautifully done. And then Yennefer from both the video game
Oh yeah,
and the TV show.
like
Because
I wonder how much time you would have to invest into making beautiful, beautiful, elegant dresses like for Yennefer and
oh
other.
my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, for Wicked Wednesday coming up, if I'm able to get better by this Wednesday, my next cosplay is going to be a Yennefer cosplay.
Really?
So, yes. So I'm really excited for it because I've been putting off Yennefer for a while, because I had Asian Pacific Islander month last month.
Don't you
and
know
I was
you never put off Yennefer, Melinda?
well, I was celebrating Asian Pacific Heritage Month, and I was doing all Asian themed characters. So
okay,
I had set her up to do this
valid
month.
Reason.
Yeah.
Reason. So but I would have to say it would have to be literally the wardrobes from both the video game and from the TV show, because they did such a fabulous job on just the detail in the show as well, that it's like you can't go wrong like with wanting to cosplay as that, like
right, exactly. Sorry that I'm not looking down. I'm looking downwards, guys.
The detail with the Targaryen costumes, I'm a sucker for detail. And just the detail of like the fine, almost like dragon scales just on her dresses alone is so beautiful. Like she doesn't even have to be wearing armor to make it look like she's got dragon scales on her dress. So that alone is like just gorgeous. And yeah, those would be the two that I would just, if I had enough to just cosplay as them.
Think about the realistic, like really think about realistic. They had to make these back in those times, and they're taking dragon scales. Like imagine killing a dragon and going, this would look really good on a dress. Actually, it would look great on your dress, my liege. And like like the queen just go, skin that dragon, give me their scales. It'd be fucking insane.
Oh man,
that is so terrible.
What about you, Tim?
Well, I kind of.
What would your No Limits cosplay be?
I kind of wanted to hear Malachi's. Malachi, are you with us?
Oh my god!
There he is. We can't see him, but we can hear him.
Hey, buddy. I was trying to tell you to send me an invite in this thing, not Facebook.
No, I did. No, I can't. I can't invite you in this thing, and only through Facebook. But again, who do you think? Let's say you had no limits, like you didn't. Money wasn't an issue. Nothing was an issue. You had to create the most insane cosplay outfit you could think of.
Yeah, I'm not too big on freaking cosplay, not really. But if I had to dress like anybody, because I'm not really colorful, as you could say. No, they're too colorful. I would never freaking wear anything they have. Like unless it's like straight medieval, that's the only thing you're gonna get me into. Put it. I will only be Blade. Dead ass.
Okay.
I respect that. I respect that a lot. Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool.
Or someone that's dark, or someone that's dark as hell. is someone that's dark as hell from Kingdom Hearts. That's
like Organization 13.
Yeah, pretty much.
You should be like King the Conqueror.
No, he has like all blue and everything on and everything green.
No, he wears all black, I think. Oh no, he doesn't.
No, he
wears like
doesn't.
green
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Hey, if you guys didn't see Ant-Man Quantumanium, go check it out now on Disney Plus. It was awesome.
Even one of his freaking like clone, like not clones, but his
variants.
Yeah, one of his variants are like wearing
one of his variants.
Gray and stuff. Like the three powerful ones, you saw them at the end. One was wearing the gray stuff, and the other one was wearing like Egyptian, and the last one was like wearing some like priest stuff. I don't know what the heck that was. But yeah, they're pretty really bad in the comics. Yeah, they're pretty bad.
So Blade or like Organization 13. Those pretty good choices. And you would say like even if you had no limits, like you had all the money in the world, you'd still choose those characters?
Yeah, they're the only characters I can think. Well, actually, forget the Organized 13. I just remember a character I will actually dress up like. There's only 2 characters in the world. Okay, Blade, and just for Melinda, the Punisher.
You would be a cool Punisher.
That would be a cool look for you.
Yeah, that would be the only 2 characters.
I love the Punisher.
Yeah, I just know how to remember. There's one character that isn't black that I would love to dress up like. Do you
remember that? So little thing about me, Will, and Malachi. Presents that I used to get them were like watches. Like I love getting a watch for somebody, right? And I remember
got one of your watches still.
Yeah, is it the Punisher one?
No, it's the blue
the
one.
Batman.
It's just broken, but still,
it. Hey,
it's been a few years.
It's been a while.
We're gonna break.
But
if it was me, if I had no limit, right, and I would say I want to go big or go home, So there's this anime called Skeleton Knight in Another World, and he's just like a regular dude like you and I, right? And he ends up going into this video game that he's playing, but by the time he's going in, he is already specced out. I'm talking he is like max level, knows everything. But when he goes into it, people think he's a real person in there. And they're like, how did you learn this? Only the white mage of yada yada from the top of the mountain of yada yada knows that. How could you? And like, he knows it because he's just a player, I would be that guy. He's just this big hulking skeleton knight. He wears a helmet, but he's got this little tiny dog that follows him around like that. Like that's how it sounds. And I would just have a little stuffed animal on my shoulder. I would walk around big hulking like the Skeleton Knight. That'd be cool as fuck. I think that would be
you
awesome.
Always wanted to be big for some reason. I don't know why you always want to be so huge.
Hey, let me be big just once, all right?
It's a fantasy.
I'm like 5'5", okay? Chill.
Timmy's been in my childhood for years, and I always told him about like many like weapons and guns and everything. I always tell him, you should bring a medium gun. He's like, nah, I need the M60.
I need a huge
gun. That's a really big gun.
Like 50 cal. And I hope that we're playing Diablo 4.
What's with that?
But
have you seen the gameplay for that? By the way, it's amazing.
Yeah, and speaking of cosplays,
I freaking have that
game. I would love to do a male version of Lilith. That would be badass. That'd be
those horns. Yeah. Just that whole headpiece.
Or I could just do this. But I'm gonna toss this one to Melinda. What are some quality of life hacks that make cosplaying easier for you? Like as you decide on your next cosplay, what are some quality of life things that you do?
Didn't even ask
that
me,
make the process better? Well, I'm trying to go from you to Drew to Melinda to Malachi.
No, but you didn't even ask me the other question.
Oh, you're right.
You kind of
said fucking up, buddy. You fucking up.
Oh wow. Well, back to the last question. You had no limit. Will
mine's a fairly simple. Mine's a fairly simple answer considering like the past success of this franchise. I want to be Din Djarin of The Mandalorian.
Hell yeah.
It's a very simple answer. It's probably not that controversial. Everyone wants that chrome Mandalorian helmet.
That is the third character I would only be in life.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I still have to catch up on that show. I'm like
Melinda,
so behind.
Definitely recommend it.
Yeah, you're fucking up because we watched all of season 3 and it was fucking phenomenal.
Amazing. I keep telling Melinda to freaking watch that show.
Here's my biggest question though. How are you going to like, get like, the little Grogu doll? You're gonna like carry around like kind of little stuffed plush doll or something?
Just again, we're talking no limits to the no limits to the budget here. Like I've seen cosplayers have just a little like a sash with
no limits. You buy a replica of the puppet they used from the
true, and have like a little animatronic.
No limits. You get Din Djarin's outfit.
have little controls where it can like look around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
that
would be
so
crazy.
Badass. But okay, good
now,
answer. That's a damn yes. Now, Melinda, what are some quality of life hacks? What are some life hacks that make you making your next outfit a little bit easier and that you could share with us?
So I tend to attempt to, especially because I cosplay every week for Wicked Wednesday. So I try to stay within the realm of using things that I know that I can use quite often. Whether it be makeup or things that I know that will last. Especially shirts. Like if I'm going to cosplay as a character and I know another character is going to have a similar outfit, well, that kind of threw me off for a second. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
But I'll make sure that that I will have particular items in which I can legitimately use again for those cosplays. So whether it's a white blouse, like I bought a white blouse for my Sadie cosplay for Invoking the Blood. I'm going to be able to use that same exact white blouse for my cosplay for Yennefer because she has a white blouse underneath her outfit, her vest. So it works out as long as you're like, that you have characters that you can use these outfits for, like corsets, especially for women who enjoy wearing corsets in their cosplays. If you're doing fairy, if you're doing Ren cosplay, if you're doing pirate cosplay, get a corset that's comfortable, get a corset that you can use that's multi-versatile, like, things like that. Like I wear a lot of black, so I made sure to get myself a really nice all black corset. And that way I can literally use it with like almost all of the outfits that I have.
Right. Okay. And then that is actually interesting that you say all that, because like when you think about like, okay, let's say someone like me or Will who aren't, or let's use Malachi as the main person here. Someone who's absolutely not going to cosplay. You know what I mean? Not often, at least. Like him knowing those little things like that make things easier for him, that actually helps, like, okay, well, what if he actually does want to be Blade and he doesn't know how to make that happen, then what you said actually helps him out in the long and short term. So that's a great answer. I want to throw it back to Drew. Drew, you tell us, what are some quality of life, what are some life hacks that you could give us when it comes to like making your next cosplay outfit?
Truth be told,
hold on, Drew. Hold on. I had muted you. I just unmuted you. Go ahead.
Truth be told,
muting Malachi.
I would just use better. I would just use like better material, more authentic, actual like material, like to like make the character really, really actually come to life. So it's just like I would do my very actual best to to encompass that character.
Right. And I like the word that you use, encompass the character, because that's what essentially this is all about, is how much can we actually bring the character into our own and live it, breathe it, and exude it, so when other people see us, they're like, oh shit, they really care. And
you needed me?
huh? No. Will, I'm gonna toss it to you, brother. What do you think is a life hack that would help you create your next best outfit? You know.
Well, I mean, when I actually came up with this question, then one of the things I was thinking of is like when you go to a convention and you're wearing this costume for hours at a time and just, a probably not so well air conditioned room, like what's some ways where you could make doing that for hours a day more bearable? So like having extra ventilation in like a helmet or in a outfit, just so it's easier to breathe and it's not so stifling. I know,
Right,
Melinda, you mentioned like wearing corsets and things like that. I would imagine, again, wearing that for 8 hours would not be the most comfortable thing in the world. So maybe there's some like kind of not quick release, but just something where like if you needed to take that off quick because you need a breath of fresh air, you could just take it off and then go back into the convention and be okay again.
Right, back into the thick of it.
Right. Just so you could it's because again, I'm, for those who don't know, I'm living in South Florida. So I would imagine like having a multi-layered outfit, a helmet in, 80, 90 degree heat.
Din Djarin's helmet.
Yes, the Din Djarin helmet.
South Florida.
You'd want every extra bit of ventilation and cooling and anything you can get to make that easier to wear.
Have you ever seen Spaceballs, Will?
Yes.
Do you remember Darth's helmet when he's like,
yes,
I can't breathe in this thing?
I love that movie so much. I watched that movie so many times.
I can't breathe in this.
Just starts taking it out like Jesus Christ.
But Malachi, what are some like life hacks that you could give us that'll make it a little bit easier for the audience, even if they want to go out there and make a cosplay? What are something like some tips and tricks you could show us with that?
Two things. Okay. First thing, I'm still on that whole muting and unmuting. I feel like you fucking keep pressing that. Second thing,
no, I'm not.
Second
I can hear you.
Second thing and stuff is, let's see, life hacks. I really wouldn't know like what, personal life or freaking just this cosplay thing.
Just this cosplay thing.
Cosplay things.
Or since you don't cosplay a lot, like what's something in your normal life that you could imagine would be a life hack for cosplayers? Like to make a gun, like say if you wanted to make a gun look more real, just buy a real gun.
Yeah.
Well, no, don't do that. Don't do
that.
No,
don't do that.
Don't do that. Do not do that. For legal reasons of the What's Poppin' podcast, do not do that. Do not do that.
Don't do that. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, if you wanna pretend like you had a gun in the cosplay, you go buy a real gun. You automatically have a real gun in the cosplay thing.
Prison time.
Many people will come up to you and be like, "That looks like a real gun." You're gonna be like, "Nah, I bought this on the internet."
Nah. You gotta have the orange tip.
Yeah.
But to go back on what Will said with the corset thing, by the way, as long as a woman is getting a corset that fits her body nicely, it shouldn't be too uncomfortable. Your corset, so a lot of myths state that corsets are very uncomfortable, but if you're wearing it properly, then you shouldn't feel any kind of discomfort, because to be honest, a good corset should mold to your body. You can always also I saw life hacks where someone actually sewed in padding to their corset to actually add comfort to their rib cage, so that they wouldn't have that extra like wire kind of pressing up against their rib cage, and it was padding. Yeah. So
like,
as long as you're buying,
how tight a corset is.
Yeah, you have to get it nice and good, but if you're wearing it properly, then you shouldn't be too uncomfortable with it on.
Well, you can tell for how often I wear a corset, so.
For the female viewers out there.
Hey, we're a broad podcast. Melinda.
That's true. It is 2023.
In the box, okay? For
it is
True.
2023.
Anybody who wears a corset.
Anyone who wears a corset, if you wear it properly, it should be able to mold to you nice and fine. And Also, like I said, there was a woman who mentioned adding padding to the inner lining can also add that extra comfort against, like, if you have sensitivity in your ribs or any kind of part of your body, adding that extra lining can really help. Plus, it gives the illusion that your corset looks as if you are using it properly, when in all actuality, you're not using it as tight as you normally would. It gives that illusion because you have that padding.
Hey,
they actually used to do it in the Victorian times.
Going back to another thing that Timmy said, just for as a joking thing and stuff, the whole gun thing. Real talk, I started thinking really hard by the law and everything. What happens if you do like contact the police that actually patrol that place, right? Tell them that you are bringing a real gun for show, but no bullets, no ammunition, nothing.
Don't bring a foam. Bring a foam replica. Bring a foam or plastic replica.
Yeah, because going to state, you have to contact the police every time you have a weapon, no matter what it is. And like even going to events, if you have a gun or anything, you have to still contact the police to tell them that you have a weapon coming there. And it's just like, I feel like the same thing. I feel like you can do the same thing at a freaking big event, and like they will have to check you and everything.
I still wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't do it. Bring your replica, guys.
I'm not carrying none of that with me.
They would just follow you, to be like patrolling you the whole way. And I started thinking about it really hard. But like, it's just funny how that thing comes out. Freaking cops tackle you just for a certain move that you do, a little twitch that you do, and they just tackle you immediately.
I've only been to a couple conventions, and obviously I haven't brought anything. I didn't dress up or anything, but I have a feeling they would either deny you entry or they would like make you get rid of it. Like they would not let you in a convention center with even if it's unloaded. I don't think they'd let you in with a firearm. So leave it in your car. Bring in a foam or plastic replica.
I want to move in. Go ahead, Malachi. Finish.
No, it was just a funny joke, funny little like thought in my head. But go ahead.
So I'll give you guys my little life hack. What I would say is, let's say this isn't question number 2 and you're not fucking loaded, right? Let's say you have very, very little money. I'd say, and this is just my life hack. Amazon, and like pay for the free shipping.
Bro,
so it takes like 12, 14, 17 days. But Amazon, Party City,
thrift stores,
Big Lot, thrift stores, grab a sewing needle, you know what I mean? Just do what you can to be able to produce the most, and sometimes, not a lot of times, and this goes to us as well, the What's Poppin' podcast crew, we didn't start out with the best. We started out with the bare minimum. We were recording, this is our very first one on a professional software like this. We were doing this on PlayStation.
Bro, my anxiety is through the roof right now. I'm not gonna even lie to you. Like, we're being on camera, and
it's
then
awesome,
nah. Then it's like, bro, look. I can literally hear helicopters like literally the whole time. So I'm looking like,
so what's going on? But
your camera turns on.
Yeah, you use stuff like Amazon. Take advantage of your PlayStation if you want to record videos. You know what I mean? You don't always have to buy a computer.
Make the best of what you have.
In time, make the best of what you got. And in time, you'll get there. Like we have. Look at us now. Compared to where we were 52 weeks ago. Fucking wild.
That's the thing also, just with a lot of things, you can get better results sometimes if you know what you have versus just, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this.
Right.
But if you look at your closet, look at what you have at your disposal, maybe you can make exactly what you want out of that.
Look at all this stuff that I've had for years, that I don't wear anymore.
Here's the shirt I'm not using. Let's
repurpose.
Yeah,
exactly. Let's take a break for a second, guys, and let me say, every single person watching this stream, please, watching our podcast, listening to us, go ahead and subscribe. Go to What's Poppin' YouTube and subscribe. Go to our Facebook page and follow us. Get us on each and every one of those platforms so you never miss a beat. Go to our Discord, join our community. Guys, we want to talk to you. So please, if you want to shout yourself out, we have a self-promote section. Go ahead, drop your stuff in there. This goes to our guest on today's show. You know, drop your stuff in there. Tell people how to get to you. Tell people how to see you. And then tell them that the What's Poppin' crew is popping. So go ahead, hit the link in the description below to visit our Discord, and go ahead and subscribe to our Spotify, our YouTube, and follow us on Facebook. All right, I want to go into the last section of this show right now. Let's go into the guest highlight. Melinda, tell us a little bit about yourself. We're giving the floor to you. Everybody mute their mics. Tell us what you're about, what kind of books that you write, why you do it, and how you get it done. Let us know, and we'll let you know when we've got some questions. All right.
So I am an independent author, and I do all of my own covers. Sorry. I do all of my own covers. I have published through Amazon since I think it's 2017. So I've got about 17 books marked today. I just actually finished a novel today. So I also do, like I said earlier, I do these cool little journals that are for authors like me who need places to put their thoughts down. This is one world building journal. I have World Building Journal Academy Edition, things like that. So author, journal, artist, single mom.
So let me ask you a question. When did you start writing, and why did you start that?
I started writing when I was in middle school. The inspiration though came from reading Anne Rice when I was in elementary. Her books were always, I don't know, something about vampires and stuff, were just the dark, deep vibe got to me. So I started writing a lot of vampire and horror mystery and stuff like that as I started getting into the later years in middle school and then high school. And it kind of changed. I started into the whole fantasy aspect, still have a little bit of the dark romance going on, but you know, it's still in that horror kind of, I want to say, realm of things. And yet you get that Greek mythology feel in my Golden Dagger Brotherhood series. The Bloodline series, you have witches, werewolves, vampires, the classic kind of thing. So I write multi-genre books. A lot of authors will stick to a certain genre, but for me, I love to write. So therefore I write multi-genres. Yes. Yeah. Tainted Toys. I actually have the hardcover version, which I did a special edition for. This edition is special due to the back cover that I designed, which has this little crazy...
I do like that back cover. That does look badass. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah. Really, so all of my hardcovers.
I have the secondhand version. It doesn't have a cool graphic on it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Before I changed.
Like I just have her stupid picture.
Bro,
so that's before I actually changed my my author picture too. I will. That's
so yeah. Melinda, you've been writing. I mean, again, you're my sister. You know, we grew up together. She's been writing books for such a long time. And like she said, since middle school, we've been watching her write and write and write. And I mean, I'm talking like, look how many pages that is.
Yeah, that's
a lot.
Books.
Like 17 books deep. Like you got to imagine. And Tainted Toys might actually be one of her thinner books. So imagine all the world building and character building that she's done in her latter books. Melinda, if you could let us know how we can get your books and what we can expect from them.
Okay, so like I said, I'm on TikTok. I'm also on Instagram. I have a YouTube, but I don't really go on it as often. But I'm very prevalent on TikTok, and I do post on Instagram. I have a link in my bios that goes straight to a link tree. I have an author page where you can go and look at all of my books that are the new releases that I have, all of the upcoming books that I have planned out. Any books that are already available, all of the synopsises are there. When you come into my books, I do I make sure to put the warnings, so there are content warnings in case you know, some people have issues with certain things. You know, zombies.
Is it like,
my
do you have,
crisis.
are you, is some of your books like highly offensive, would you say?
I wouldn't say offensive. I would say there is okay, so my recent one that I just released, it took me 3 years to write because Mind of Madness took a toll on me, being that it dealt really heavily in phobias and suicide. Pretty much the basic of the book is these detectives are on this case where these people are all committing suicide randomly after taking a particular prescription drug, and they can't seem to locate this, you know, cyto pharmacy that has popped up, and this trial is unknown to them, and the FDA hasn't approved this drug, and they're trying to figure it out to stop these suicides. And so it really took a heavy toll on me because of the fact that I had to get into the mindset of these people and also deal with a lot of different phobias. So if you have phobias, that's a book that I would say don't read, because it does deal with people who, once they take the medication, they have to deal with their deepest phobia before they
listen
themselves.
If you guys like, well, if you guys like Scarecrow meets M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening meets Limitless, read that book. Awesome. But that's what it sounds like to me. You know, it sounds like someone's creating like this fear drug, like Scarecrow does. And then The Happening is happening. You know,
well,
so
originally the company wanted to make some kind of anti-anxiety medication that would help people, and it backfired. But you don't really get that.
Let me tell you how much anti-anxiety medicine works.
Best laid plans, huh?
This one doesn't. So
right. All right. Well, Melinda, again. Go ahead.
Oh.
What were you saying?
Oh, I was going to say my current series out is actually Zenoa Crisis, which is if anyone likes zombies meets Jurassic Park meets Last of Us.
You have my attention.
I have got the Zenoa Crisis. Pretty much.
She had me at zombies.
Yeah. Pretty much.
She lost me at Jurassic Park.
Well, pretty much a doctor has this dream growing up that he wants to clone dinosaurs. And of course, in the book, he decides to hire these people, goes onto an island to do it secretly, and the military has to step in, but isn't told what the problem is. And this was my first time doing what I call chaotic dice rolls. Now, I have met lots of authors who are called pantsers. Pantsers are people who literally just kind of write as they go, you know? You got your plotters and you got your pantsers. I am a chaotic dice roller. I have these little dice. And
sure, hold on. Keep them up for the camera.
Okay. So I've got these cool little D&D dice that I roll. And what I do is I come up with a scenario. Now, I've had a lot of authors go, "Oh my God, I don't know how you do it," because like the anxiety is real because it changes the way that I have to write the book. I come up with 6 different scenarios and then I roll the dice, and whatever that dice chooses, I then have to write that scenario. So this entire book is legit crisis in the core.
Right.
So, and the second book is when everything is literally hits its lovely outbreak. Like I said, I do all of the covers myself. And I also format all the books myself. So I've got like these pull pictures. I did not get the hard copies for these ones, but the hard copies do have character art in them. So so the hard copies for most of my books will have, like, this is one for The Awakening. They'll have special art on the top, special designs on the back, and then character art in the inside. So
do you do the graphic design all yourself?
Yes, all the graphic design I do myself.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
that's pretty sick.
So all of these, like all these journals, all that, I do all of the graphic design, all of the inside where people can write all their information for their characters. Everything,
that is awesome.
All myself. Yeah. These are perfect for like I said, I do journals to help authors who want to like start building their own worlds. This one's Academy edition, so people who like to write, for instance, books about
stuff.
Schools. Yeah.
So guys,
world building.
And I hate to cut you off, Melinda, right there.
No,
but
that's fine. Yeah.
If you guys are interested in fantasy, if you guys like horror, if you guys like crisis, if you guys like anxiety, if you guys like fear, check Melinda Dawson out. She is an author out of South Florida, single mom, as she says, so she claims. Don't forget to pick up her Build a World, like Build a Bear workbook, where you can build yourself a story, character development, world development. Check it out. That is awesome and super, super valuable in the author field. So if this podcast ends up actually making it that far into that little stretch of authors, then guys, pick up Melinda Dawson's journal to help you world build. It really will change things. Do that, and believe me, you're going to be very, very impressed. Sound fair enough? All right, so let's go ahead, wrap this up. Everyone, thank you for watching and listening to the What's Poppin' podcast. If you want more like this episode, just comment in the section below, hashtag What's Poppin', and hit the like button to let me know. And if you guys want to come hang out, check out our Discord. Press on the link in the description below and it'll bring you right there. We've got lots of sections in there, especially for like upcoming influencers, people who want to self-promote themselves. So please check that out. And if you guys want more gaming content, consider subscribing and checking out the rest of our channels, like Reaper 6869 and of course or 65, not 69. Nice. WMXX 2000 for Mr. Will. Check out his guitar covers. And if you want to get better at Apex, go check out Ombre Drew. If you love zombies, love Resident Evil, you already know who to check out. Time with Timmy. Here we go. The Resident Evil King, hopefully. So if you guys want to do that, just please go check us out. And sorry, I'm reaching over, grabbing something. If you don't want to miss anything from the What's Poppin' podcast, the YouTube, the Facebook page, the Discord, and the Spotify, then go ahead and hit the notification bell so you never, ever, 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 ever miss a beat. Any news on the store, on the Patreon? Not really. We're still working on it. Again, we're trying to get more awesome guests like Melinda on the podcast, on the show, get more episodes, and who knows, we might have you again soon. If you'd be willing to have us host one more time with you, Melinda, that'd be awesome. So if you guys want to check out the next episode, go ahead and press on that button. Just go ahead, press on the button, and it'll bring you to the next episode. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and click on that box right there. It's going to bring you to the next episode. If you click on the other box that you see, there's two of them. Yeah, over here, somewhere over here, there's also our latest video. Isn't that crazy? So our latest video
is everywhere. Just
next
go everywhere.
episode. Go see, it's above us, it's below us,
every
guys.
Direction.
Every direction. There's content. So much content. Everybody, I'll see you later.
Peace out.